I am to report I witnessed, to my knowledge, and I don't know how many because it can get more than this, but to my knowledge, I witnessed two. Hold on, I gotta plug both ears. This is the only way to function in the city of Washington, D.C., because now there's a roaring muffler like I've never fucking seen unless I went to an auto show. And this is a regular every few seconds on the arterial roads here. It's like nowhere else I've ever been, ever in my life in the United States or even in Europe. Sometimes I think I might find a comparison if I went to Bangladesh. This is my hand to God testimony of what happened to my capital city in the United States. Okay, my ears are both plugged. This is the only way to function here. If I want to have a thought that isn't just blown out of the water by some horrible, horrible, loud, awful fucking noise. That's all they generate here. These people are beasts in the city of DC and the metro. They all think they're white nationalists and they all think they're fucking Al Qaeda Muslim terrorists. I've been around here for years now since I came. It is proven beyond reasonable doubt. The U.S. and allied forces have been surveying this area for over 7 years. My surveying and their surveying are far, far different, but it's the same conclusion. Let me start over with both my ears plugged. I am to report. To my best knowledge, there was 2, beyond reasonable doubt, murders last night. One was around after 10 p.m. And the other one was around about an hour after that. The one was quiet. It was a full-on quiet. I just don't need to tell the cops what it. Not the cops, because the cops are not a good thing anymore. It's the military police. It's the military. The good cops that were in the U.S. and the good federal agents are now the military. Let's just get that straight, okay? And I don't need to specify U.S. military, KKK military. It is not my obligation anymore. The U.S. military will identify themselves as like some other name when the point in time comes so that people can know, because the confusion that these despots are trying to create was that these military men and women who are couping and were here in this terror cell on a regular basis and have been placed under arrest. There's been arrest and everything, so I don't have to worry about doing agent work because the agents who have experience were doing that. Like I said, my job was to live through this house. So the reason why the Pentagon is bombed by the U.S. Armed Services is because of all of the crimes they committed and were busted and caught, proven guilty doing. One of those major historical crimes was this Iranian terrorist cell. Okay, let me start over for the second time. I don't have to say my 2 thoughts because this is really a report. But what throws me off is I know it goes to the public, so I try to do 2 things at once. And that's okay. But I have to catch myself and keep to the report because it's really for the better. Because I'm still in the terror cell, I really can't do much public aspects to this. And my recall of my own native tongue, which is the English language, is very limited because of the traumatic events that I have survived. So I'm just going to do a report with the words that I have to recall. All right, so last night there was definitely 2 murders. The one after 10 was quiet, and it was fast, and it all revolved around the TV going at full fucking max volume. The second one, when the target victim came in, the TV went back up to full fucking max volume. Excuse my language. I know I'm cussing in my report. I apologize. And then after that, you heard the female cry out, whimper. It's been really horrible for me to hear that. It does make me sick to my stomach to hear women getting killed. She was surprised, and then she was whimpering and trying to scream for about 1002, 1003, 1001, for about 3 seconds. They covered her mouth and she was dead. I don't have a lot of pity, in truth, because these people are in a violent terror cell. What she was doing up there was partaking in the getting rid of dead bodies. So she's a murderer. She's a terrorist, and she's out to do it to nice kids, nice women like me down here being held hostage. She's out to do it to nice men who are the moms and dads, uncles. So that I don't feel bad, okay? Too bad, but it does make any normal feeling person, I have feelings, sick to their stomach to hear that, because it's pretty harsh when I've heard more than I can count now. Women getting killed up there. It's really sick, the people that come in here and do this shit. And the women, they usually all cry out for about up to 4 seconds. And the people doing this shit are just fucking so evil, man. Because it's just, we'll talk about it another time. I do want to talk to the public about this and to any of the agents. I'm not trying to suppress or repress this ever. But I have to make my report. And right now isn't the time. So the female was not from here. She came to Estrie on behalf of the Latin drug lords. She's been here before. And whoever's killing these people has a list, and they're going down the list. And so there was 2 last night and 2 in the afternoon that I reported at the time. I went in and reported and even filmed where I heard the murders occur, which was always upstairs on floor 3 most of the time. So that makes a sum total of 4, and I have to report that to the top cops. And ever since then, these Latin drug lord mercenaries took over the house. And I just want to confirm to the top cops that, yeah, I heard everything, the bashing, the booming, all the stuff, the Hezbollah type fighting. This is my words, but ISIS type, well, sometimes it was Hezbollah and ISIS, I know, but the same type of guerrilla warfare. I heard all that. And the blasting of TVs, all of this stuff. So I just want to confirm that room has been basically occupied by really bad dudes. And I want the agents to know that I'm not talking about either houses next door or anything I witnessed outside this house, just so you know that, so things can stay under control here with you protecting me. And and the TV has been at max volume, but not amphitheater, but you know what I mean by that. For the last 2 hours straight. And it looks like that's, well, I mean, it doesn't look. I know that they're still trying to run all these WMDs. They've been bashing and under the floors here. It was all over again, the bashing, the knocking, it was all over again, right? So it was definitely the Latin mercenaries that came in, and then these Iranian Russians. And so I just need to confirm that I witnessed all that. And yeah, so when you need to talk to me about it and make statements, I'm there. My ears are both getting plugged. I mean, My ears are still both plugged, and I'm getting tired of holding them plugged. It's one of the worst things I ever had to do to hold a train of thought. I've never been anywhere this fucking horrible. So I want to wrap it up so I can unplug my ears, and if I have to, I'll just go back to playing salsa. But yeah, so I'm still in a very, very active terror cell. They're trying to hold on to this for some illogical reason. But for me to start giving my opinions is not the time. This is a report. I'm still in here. Yes, top cop. Yes, top cops. I am still witnessing all of this stuff, like the TVs and the flushing and the floors, bam, bam, and the everything. Yeah, okay. And I definitely had to tell you in verbal statement, I witnessed for sure 4 murders last night. There was another sound, but I was like woken up by it. I'd have to figure it was another fucking murder upstairs because it was just like the others, but I wasn't awake for it, so I can't report to the top cop beyond reasonable doubt that I heard a murder. Sometimes I have, under that situation, it's so obvious because you're hearing the rumbling and the fighting and the tumbling of objects and the whole gamut. But these ones last night were fast and woo. This is nothing I want to mess with, so I waited this long to report it. I heard both of them. It was, I'm just not going to sit here and say my opinion on it. They were loud, but not really loud. They were fast, and I heard the one woman whimpering. All right? Okay, bye. I'm going to go now.